Hey y'all, welcome back to the Faithful Farmer Mama. Today I wanted to share with you a project that we've been working on the farm here in our home. Not the typical project that a lot of people will be doing. However, with everything that's going on in the world right now and people doing virtual learning and things at home and even deciding to change over from the public school system into a homeschooling environment, I wanted to share with you our updated school/storage room. Before we get started, as usual, if you don't mind, please go down below, find the subscribe button. Also find the little bell, click both of those. This way you will get alerts and notifications to tell you when I've posted a new video. You can also check out a blog that I have written also about our schoolroom, storage room here on the farm at www.thefaithfulfarmermama.com. So with things going on in the world the way they are, so many people are being put into the position of where they need to virtually school, or they've decided to go ahead and homeschool, school at home, without the assistance of the public school system or our state. We have been a homeschool family now for about 6 years. We're almost to that 6-year mark, and it has been the most life-changing thing for our family. We had a beautiful room here. It was like a closet that had been converted into a room. It has no windows. It is definitely not a place that you would want to sit and hang out. However, we have done some changes in this room in the last few weeks that have made this room so much more. It's such a happy place. We enjoy being in here. We come in here often throughout the day because it does hold all of our schooling materials. But I wanted to share with you today how we've done some of those changes, and something simple as a can of paint and moving things around in a room can totally change an entire room and the process that goes along with it. So when you first walk into the room, you see this bookshelf, and it has become the biggest catch-all for everything. And off to the right is where our actual room is. The room is not very large. This shelf here actually holds all of our books for the whole school year. And it just seems cluttered. There's so much stuff in this little tiny space, but it is all school stuff that we need. If you notice in this picture, the table is all the way in the corner, and it's a full-size kitchen table. It takes up so much room. And from the hallway, you can tell it's just a cluttery mess. So we decided to start deciding what we wanted to do with it, and my daughter and my husband decided they were going to put in a ceiling fan with a light because it's the only source of light in the room. Of course, we have to be silly. Then we changed the paint color, and you can see the two tones here. The lighter tone is called Light Raffia by Valspar. What a difference in this entire room. We moved the shelves to the other side of the wall, and then we took our table and cut it in half and actually mounted the tables, the ends of the tables, on two separate sides of the room. This gives you this great effect of two desks with a great bookshelf. Ready to see the finished product? Coming into the door now, I went through and totally reorganized the entire bookshelf. Out here, we put like things together. All art supplies, all music, all science. Off to the left, we do have our school symbol and all of our president stuff. This is the board and the exact same stuff that was here before, but we moved it over a little and added our president's lists. There are lots of supplies held here, along with my calendar. Always must have a calendar. Then we put our girls' books in this beautiful case that I got from a friend. And of course, what schoolroom can't or shouldn't have a map? Of course, we need our maps. Each girl has their own half of table or desk, and what a difference it has made. We still use the school book shelves for our school books, but we've divided them. So on this shelf here, we have all of our extra science books, all of our extra history and freedom books, and then a lot of our school supplies. These are books that aren't used every day, but every once in a while. And down here, I keep all of my records. The girls keep their science labs and also their art supplies. So on these shelves, these used to be the girls' shelves to use for their school books. Now it is just the teachers' books and mom's books and extra books that we would use. In these black totes, we have things like extra reading books, and then one of them has all of our pencils and pens and all the extra supplies. Of course, we have maps for our Oklahoma history. I am huge about our state history, so of course I have all of that in one little spot for us and all of our trips that we take as a homeschool family. We do study the Chisholm Trail, and of course we study Route 66. Every time we go to one of these places, we mark it off on our map. It's one of my favorite spots in the whole room. This would be my older girls' stuff. One of the things I love about having separate tables is that each girl gets to kind of decorate the way to lean toward her likes. This one, she is such a sweet girl, loves science. This one, she is more about ballet. I like that their books are now on their desk and they are separated from each other, but all of the books that the extra books they have are in this cart. Each girl has a side. Of course you need a clock, and of course you must have an American flag. I just love how the room turned out. It seems so much more put together. It's so much easier to find things, and I'm going to have to tell you, my girls actually hang out in here to do schoolwork. The chairs are still a little bit, whatever. I have a new chair that's going in here. That's coming in a future video. But here's where we cut the table in half, and as you see, it's just sitting on a piece of wood. My husband said that that would be the best way to secure it to the studs. It just surprised me how beautiful and how simple it was to make this table into two totally separate desks for my girls. I love the farmhouse shelf. I like that they get to put some of their own things on there. My daughter actually made this out of clay for one of her science projects a couple years ago. She is my science girl. She struggles with anxiety, so that is why she picked her own phrase. On my other daughter's shelf, we actually got baskets to help keep some of their supplies in, or flashcards. And this one, she's my dancer. She loves Walt Disney. I did give both of them this little pegboard. I had a hard time finding the thicker cork board, so I actually just took 12 by 12 pieces of the thinner stuff and I glued it together with E6000 to make a thicker cork board. Worked great. Then they both needed these pencil holders for their pens and stuff, so I actually just took a jar that I had and painted it and put some cute little twine on it. We loved the schoolroom and how it turned out. Well, guys, I hope you enjoyed this visit today here in our schoolroom. We absolutely love this room, and everything that has happened to make this happen has just been phenomenal. Well, I hope you guys learned something, and you might try to cut a table in half to use it in a different way. Thanks so much for being here today, guys. See you next time. Don't forget to check out the blog.